Alright, and as usual for the special weekends with the requested game, we are now going for the second part, so we are playing again for the usual 1.5 to 2 hours, and this time almost starting on schedule, which is of course slightly uncommon, but hopefully less uncommon lately, as I've been somewhat working on starting more on schedule. So we are again starting to do some PC building simulator, hopefully also totally new orders for new PCs in addition to repair / upgrade work, pretty minor ones still. The largest one having been the last one we did last time, the motherboard replacement. So let's see what kind of customers and jobs we get this time in the 1.5 to 2 hours we are playing tonight. So welcome to the stream, and we are good to go. So let's switch to the game and see what happens. Alright, and let's load game here and load the newest Stream 3, where we already have over $2,000 in the bank and leveled up to level 3. So here we are again with the fancy wolf background and everything, including a streaming microphone and headphones and everything. So this is kind of maybe mildly trendy even. So let's see what we have here. You work with computers, right? So my rig is running really slow lately at like 8 GB of RAM. I worry about used parts. It's urgent, so please hurry. Thanks, Mark. Alright. What kind of PC he has? So the usual more tawny motherboard, i5-6600, and currently he has 4 GB of RAM, so we add another stick of those and should be good to go. My PC is disgusting and I need someone to clean it up. There's not much air coming out of the back. Could it be blocked? Need it before tomorrow. Those plastic black cables look really nice. I think I clicked on something bad. Thanks, Terry. Alright, so we have viruses, cable replacement, and some dust removal. Alright. So pretty much combination of the earlier job types. And then we need the memory. This one doesn't really need any parts, like only clean it up, do think. And possibly there's no budget, so the case fan probably is not broken. And here we need the stick of RAM, which is A-Data Premier Series 4GB 2133. So let's see, we order memory exactly here. So another 4GB stick. That's the only part we need to order, so it's pretty much as much for next day shipping. Pretty high budget when we compare like. As we have only one stick of RAM, we should have a slot 3 free, so that should be pretty clear cut job. Hello there, Kisu. Great to see you and welcome again to the stream. We are again doing some PC repairs, upgrades, hopefully also building some new PCs further into the game. So let's see what happens. And now we do not really have much else to do here, having done everything. So end day. And go to work. So now we have the rum arrived. And then we have the upgrade and the cleaning job. So let's tackle the cleaning one first. Alright, there's also separate SSD, so we have now cleaned out dust. So let's get the side panel back on. And let's then put the USB stick so we can also run the antivirus. And then boot it up. Defiance Allegiance, alright. Cat on Horse, Subsim X, Hombre Hulks out. WWF, a retrospective, alright, and let's then install virus scanner. And restart. RGB lights, yeah, we'll see. Do you think the simulator does have lights and such also, so in that respect might be plausible. Alright, now we are again booted up. $208 files infected, so now we are done and can shut down. Then he also liked the plastic black cables, so he currently has white cables, so let's see. Plastic, plain white. There we go. Now that we are done in that respect, let's remove the cover and replace the cables. There we go, all cables removed. Except they wanted black cables, so another try, please. Alright, now we have black cables. Alright, we have all the cables again in place. Let's install the cover. There we go. Thumb screws in, and then power on again. Works. Shut down. Now we should be done with this computer. So let's unplug it and put this computer into the back into the box for delivery. There we go. And then the memory upgrade guy. There we go. We have extra stick of RAM installed. Put the cover back on. Cables in. Alright, boots with some winter. Deer hunting simulator. Cats sounds kind of like the hunter. And we are done. So now we can claim payments for these. Your electricity bill is now due. Please pay $96. That's not very hard. We have received your $96. Hope you enjoyed your electricity. Remember to turn out your lights. Hope you enjoyed your electricity. Kisu, have you enjoyed your electricity delivered straight to your house? enjoyable electricity. Good. My PC has had a really good clean and using it is a massive pleasure now. Very good review. Again 5 stars. The RAM upgrade went well and using it is a massive pleasure now. The customer reviews are kind of repetitive. Alright, upgrade please. Hi, my computer is so slow. My friend recommend Adobe Premiere Pro CC, but will my PC run it? I was on PC Bay the other day and saw some awesome plastic white cables. I worry about used parts. PC can run Adobe Premiere Pro CC. Alright. Alright, they do have even 3K fans and a Radeon R9, so it seems kind of like. And a Ryzen, so it doesn't seem like a terribly weak computer. The added thermal paste is running nicely. New ownership, a good thing too, I think. I have been impressed with your timely fixing of this issue, so I am happy to give you another chance. I shall recommend you to anyone that needs work doing. Dr. Waterman. Yeah, Dr. Waterman had the hospital background image on his computer, so I'm sure our good doctor is then happy. Great. I'm Blake Patterberg and I'm one of the core team over at Movie Maniacs, the world's number 53 website in the UK for movie news and reviews. That's kind of not very important. With the upcoming release of the next highly anticipated blockbuster in the Frontbuster Cinematic Universe FCU. I'm trying to refresh my memory of the previous films Frontbuster, Frontbuster 2, Frontbuster 3, Frontmania, Frontbuster 4, Fondly Remembered and the much maligned spin-off Archibald and the Spinning Cups, a Frontbuster story. Sounds interesting. I already own all the collector's editions on Blu-ray, but I'd like to rip them to my computer for more complete frame-by-frame analysis. Sounds like a typical movie buff. Sadly, I don't currently have enough hard drive space to do so. Could you increase my storage capacity to suit? Another terabyte should do the trick. Blake Patterberg, Assistant Junior Moderator, Movie Maniacs, Action. He's really like Assistant Junior Moderator. Upgrade to 1.5 terabytes of storage. Alright, so he has rates in the case, Ryzen, and 4 gigabytes of memory. So we add 1 terabyte drive. Right. Upgrade so I can sail. Hello. I've been playing great sailing simulation game, but while my computer will just about run it, but if I turn up the graphics the frame rate drops. Sounds familiar. I used a program called Will It Run to see what I need, and it seems that while my PC is okay for the min spec, the recommended spec needs a better GPU. Can you have a look for me, please? Alright. This job requires you to use the Will It Run program that can be purchased from the shop. Install it on a PC to check what specs are required for the game and if that PC will run it. New parts available, so now we have Arctic Alpine 12LP, AMD Ryzen 3 quad-core, GTX 970, still new GTX 970, isn't this like 5 years old card? Radeon R9 280 Gaming 3G LE, alright. Does it run Crysis? Exactly, Kamu. Hello there again, and also great Sunday evening to the Bat. Welcome to the stream, and hopefully you enjoy more PC tuning with us. So let's see, new parts. Alright, then we would need the will it run program. So tools and software, auto screw tool, auto connect tool, system info, part ranking, USB drive, custom water cooling shop, yeah, water cooling, will it run? Add to cart. Alright, that at least doesn't have a delivery fee. Let's install it and see about the requirements for the Adobe Premiere. Also, Adobe apparently has also paid to be included in the game. And of course we need to reboot, as usual, like this must be a Windows machine. Windows has detected that you have moved your mouse. Please restart your computer to enable the changes. Yeah, there was a 3D Mark test actually with a couple of computers. The other one was not terribly fast. It was our good hospital doctor's computer that got like 5 FPS in the 3D Mark. Oh, hugs to you both. Alright, now we have Will It Run. Adobe Premiere Pro CC. So we need 12 GB RAM, 2 GB VRAM, 7 GB storage, Core i3 minimum. Our computer isn't very good, we have the old G4400 and GTX 1050. That's of course kind of matters only for rendering really. Alright, now we can order. We can check what parts our good Adobe Premiere guy had. So they had Ryzen 5, that should be more than enough. 4 GB RAM, Radeon R9. So do you think we at least need more RAM? Needed 12 GB RAM. And if they had 4 GB, so 4 GB sticks more should do the trick. As it seems that the motherboards have mostly had 4 slots. Then we need the 1 TB drive. And we need the better GPU for the sailing simulator. PC can run Sail Away, the sailing simulator, recommended spec. And was it also minimum or recommended for the... Yeah, minimum spec for the Adobe. Yeah, you technically it's mostly that even the Windows destroy data do not know how good wipe of the drive it actually runs. This is actually time for short technical content in that respect, because this one actually works for kind of very high security requirements, and there it's not, the Windows function certainly is not by far enough. The data theoretically can still be recovered, so it's usually the case that you are supposed to run, for example, the Linux shred program on the disk with specific settings, at least 3 rounds, which takes like about 1 day or so, and then it's considered moderately safe. Exactly, yes. It needs to run for quite a while. The Windows thing kind of, yeah, it destroys data, but theoretically it's still recoverable. So it depends on what level of security you need. If you only want, like, it's not recoverable by casuals, yes, but technically if like state level slash higher corporate end level actor could potentially, depending on the case, still recover the data unless it's run several times with proper algorithms for that. And even then there are questions about SSDs because they are written differently. So if you wipe an SSD, it might require a separate tool that can run the kind of specific wiping protocol for the SSD. So there actually are several technical questions on. Alright, very good. If there is no need for the kind of security against state slash higher corporate level actors. Yep, it's good enough for the kind of casual like run undelete and get data back. No, but it depends on the situation. Theoretically, high-end corporate and or state level actors, for example, might still be able to recover it. But yes, then it doesn't matter. Technical content over and we return to the simulated PC building. Alright, so the Sailing Simulator Pro. Let's see. Counter-Strike Source, Bus Flight Simulator, Battlefield 1, Doom. Alright, Euro Truck Simulator, F1 2017, Farming Simulator 17, Feudal Fantasy, Grand Theft Auto V, alright. Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft, what? That's not quite the name of the game. They also had Heart of Stone in some parts of the game. Minecraft, Overwatch, Players Unknown Battlegrounds, Rocket League, Sail Away. Alright. Recommended spec, so we need 2 GB RAM, 4 GB VRAM, 8 GB storage, alright. And 1050 is the recommended graphics card. Alright, and what did our sailing simulator guy have? The Radeon 280. So we most probably need to upgrade to the 1050. And here we also had the R9. What did the Premier insist on for the minimum spec? 1050. How much budget did the guy with the Adobe Premiere? Give us? So do we need to order 2 RAM sticks and 2 GPUs also, and the 1 TB drive? $200 budget, so do not think we are getting also a GPU for that. So we need 2 sticks of RAM for this guy, and it's the usual Premiere 2001-33. And his budget was 200, so then we need the 1050 graphics cards. I wonder what is like the cheapest 1050. apparently for that budget we are not quite replacing the GPU, because almost all of them cost more than the 100 left if we discount the mailing costs. Yeah, we can actually, let's order, is it also the sailing simulator also was after the 1050, do you think? Yes. So let's buy two 1050s. Yeah, the budget was even 350. So we could actually buy something more than the 1050 for that kind of a budget. And also, if they wanted the recommended spec, they have 8GB RAM and 6700K. Let's check also what the recommended spec for the sailing simulator had for 6700, and only 2G RAM, so otherwise it should be safe. For the 350 budget we could even get a bit better GPU, like $980, which is certainly above the 1050. So let's actually buy the 980 for 350, and we have 2 GPUs and the RAM. Then we need the 1 terabyte disk. Alright, now we have disk and GPUs and RAM. So parts ordered. All 3 customer computers are in transit. So we are good to go home for today. The Hearthstone, yeah. Alright, let's then first do the hard disk upgrade for the movie buff. Alright, we apparently have to, we can't remove the PSU shroud here, it seems, so we have to remove also the other side. Oh yeah, we also need to open the packages. There we go. Remember to open the mail. There we go, data and power connected, so let's install the side panels back. And screw it back in. And wire it up. Alright, turn it on and see that it still works. Seems so. No movies on the computer though. So this should be done. Unplug it and get it on the shelf. This was easily the easiest hard drive upgrade for the movie buff. Let's check that his request didn't have anything else like black plastic cables. Yeah, he didn't have any other desires. So we can remove him. Then we had the sailing guy and it had only the upgrades. So let's remove the PCI lock and remove the old graphics card. Yeah, crypto mining. Don't know if crypto mining rigs are included in this, but yeah, that would be also like, do you think there was even a crypto trading / mining simulator available on Steam? So actually you can request such a game. There are also now the requests for instructions and unrequestable games listed, and indeed you can request crypto trading / mining simulator because it's not in any of the categories unrequestable, as it's not about earning real crypto. Yes, probably like somebody might order a crypto mining rig. And here do think that this was the sailing game, we had the fancier GPU, and this was for the Adobe? Ah yeah, we have to first remove one PCI place, and let's also check the sail away matter. Yeah, the limitations are pretty lenient. Anything that is allowed and is not in those few categories is fair game. You can even ask this one to play like JRPG that has no English translation. It just might look somewhat confused, but everything otherwise is allowable. It gets a weekend and 2 sessions, and no matter if do not understand it at all, will try best still. So it's quite lenient, other than the couple of outright restrictions. So let's see about the sailing simulator. We have also World of Tanks, World of Warcraft, but we are interested in the sailing simulator. So it's still the 1050, but it's 1050 Ti, so quite a limited difference, like 1050 or 1050 Ti. Let's go with the 980 here, but we first need to remove that so that we have 2 slots free, and then we can install much more convincing looking graphics card. Then we install the PCI lock. And the side panel, except that we actually need to also install cabling for the, because this requires separate power. There we go. Now we have even electricity to the graphics card, so should work much better. Alright. We do not have we have a sailing background, but we do not seem to have the sailing simulator installed. But that doesn't really matter, as it shows a screen, so can play Sail Away, the sailing simulator. So despite not running Sail Away, because we would probably have to obtain it on the USB stick, this should be done. Then we have the Adobe Premiere guy. And we do have some more viewers, so also of course going to greet the viewers. So welcome to the stream, and hopefully you enjoy some PC repair and upgrade, and hopefully outright building anew also tonight. So then it's time to also upgrade the memory here. Alright, for some reason this guy has RAM away on the furthermost slot from the processor. So let's follow. Let's open all memory. Alright, now we got them all in interesting arrangement, like. Alright, and then we also upgrade the CPU. There we go, we have nice like heat pipe and everything. Indeed, Oppela, he needed hints for upgrades on the gaming PC. Welcome to the stream, and if you want to play Sail Away the Sailing Simulator, we also did necessary upgrades for recommended spec for the Sailing Simulator, and we also have a program, Does It Run, that tells us what are the required specs. So, welcome to the stream, and indeed we have some PC upgrade things going on. Yes, nice heat pipe and everything here. And now we can install the case side panel. First we need to install the PCI slot lockback, and then we can install the side panel. Right, and then we also correct illumination moment. And it seems we have again become correctly illuminated, so... or not. So let's try still again. much better. Right, and being again good to go illumination wise. And also hopefully soon. Otherwise, there we go, and we are ready again. Right, 3050. It is indeed upgrade to 11-year-old card in any case. Yes, and returning to the game, we need to we have the PCI lock on, so we just install the side panel, having put power cable in, so it should be good to go. And nice 2-slot CPU. Ready to boot. Alright, it runs. There's no Adobe installed, but seems to be working. So we are done in that respect. Let's check the email also. That did he want the cables or something? Alright, we have AMD Ryzen 5 quad-core and GTX 980 gamer. Alright. Plastic white cables. Yeah, he wanted awesome plastic white cables. Great, so we still need to install some awesome cables. Good. So let's do some awesome plastic white cabling. Alright, that's all the cables stripped out, and now we cable with the plastic white cables. That should do it, and then we install the side panel and test boot. With awesome plastic white cables. Mineral insulated, yeah, for like hi-fi. Like there is the hi-fi SD that has separate 12-volt supply, so that you do not have to use the filthy dirty power from the motherboard in your M2 slot, but rather you can connect separate 12 volts, so you get all the good bits that sound nice out of your SSD. That certainly helps. Yeah, wouldn't think the SAR would require much anything. Like potat should be sufficient almost for SAR. Yeah, we have side panel in place, so let's cable it up and test. And then we are good to claim the rest of the payments. Yeah, it still runs, so... Unplug. And take to the delivery shelf. There we go, we can claim. Five stars. My machine is more than capable of running Adobe Premiere Pro CC, and somehow they knew plastic white cables were my favorite and put some in. Somehow indeed. And then we have the sailing simulator guy. 5 stars. Good. Now we got some new fans and Radeon R90 MSI. Right, and then we have the new jobs. Hello. Can you help me make my PC faster? I need 8 GB of memory installed. In terms of time, can you get it finished by 4 days? Should be possible. Is it okay that it's so dusty? I like nice and shiny new components. Alright. But it is dusty. Alright. 8 GB of RAM, and do they now have? They do have a Team Group T-Force Dark Red 4G, so we need one of the fancy gaming 2666 RAM sticks for this job. Let's immediately put it in shopping cart. Yeah, here's the 4G. One of those. And they already had the 4G one, yes. Request for upgrade. Things aren't working fast enough. I think the graphics card needs upgrading. I'm a total MSI fanboy. Alright. Did Opel also order conformal coating? Yes. Some computers are like totally, also having worked in actual IT service, sometimes like totally horribly sticky dust everywhere. Yeah, MSI Dragon, Kisu. Did Opel also order MSI or? Yes, the MSI Dragon Plush, to also remember, you got like with the Dragon Fever package or something, you got the MSI Dragon Plush. Alright, MSI fanboy, can you get it done quickly? Upgrade graphics card, but how fast they want? Alright, they have 300 budget, so that pretty much tells us that currently it has a gigabyte. No wonder they complained, because they are MSI fanboy and now their machine has a gigabyte graphics card, so certainly not totally surprised they wouldn't be happy. So let's get some MSI graphics card into the they had budget, so we can buy. They have budget, so we can buy pretty much one of the better ones. They had 300 budget, so we can even buy the 970. With the nice screen. Add one of those into the cart. My friend said you work with computers. I'm thinking I need to upgrade my PC. How about upgrading the CPU? Might have visited one too many dodgy sites. Alright, so virus can also My brother has Intel in his PC. He says they are the best. Upgrade CPU. Alright, what kind of? Mortoni H170 MTech, and currently they have the i5 6600K. Yeah, Intel is the best. We would have to anyway replace the motherboard otherwise, so 6600K, so we need something that fits this, so it's Skylake. And we need something better than the 6600K. How much budget did they have? 400. We can even then buy the 6700K. They already have this, it's 91 watts. This is also 91 watts. So we shouldn't need to upgrade the cooler. There we go. We have the GPU, we have the memory, we have the processor. These should be all the parts for these jobs. So let's order those, next day delivery. Accept this. All jobs. This hasn't been accepted yet. All jobs accepted, and none of them wanted like white cables or something. So we are done here. And we are done for today. Alright, Palit. Yeah, they probably sold out pretty fast, can imagine. Right, and we do have some more viewers again, so it's time for welcome to the stream, and we are indeed upgrading some components, including the total MSI fanboy, who probably was really unhappy as they had the gigabyte CPU, so welcome to the stream, and hopefully we get right brands of parts. Very, very good. And of course, if you are a new viewer and enjoy Fursuit Gaming at all, feel free to follow. It would be appreciated, but let's see. Today we of course go to work as we have parts. So let's open the box, these nice RAM, GPU and new CPU, and we have all the computers here. So let's do the RAM upgrade first, it's pretty easy. And it's indeed a bit dusty, so... Case open, and let's break out the compressed air can. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit dusty, don't you say? Alright, looking good. There we go. Now we have 2 sticks of RAM. Cover back on. works. Plug off. So that should be done. Then we have the CPU upgrade. Let's go for that next. Yeah, positively rural computer, like a lot of dust in it. Alright, let's go for the CPU upgrade next. And let's see here, so we of course need to remove the case side. There we go, old processor removed. Then some thermal paste, please. Looks to be cooler master, good. Then we can close the CPU shield and install cooler. And plug it in. There we go. Case back. Test run. Apply power. Nice MSI lights inside on the CPU. It runs. Unplug. And pack it. And then we have the MSI fanboy next. Indeed, just dust. Right. So let's see. Open case. And we need to first disconnect. So let's unplug and then remove graphics card. And install the MSI. Install case, side. And test. Let's also run 3D Mark to be sure. Alright, it boots. Day of the Dead. My diary, alright. Let's install 3D Mark. And of course we need to restart next. Let's run 3D Mark and see that it runs not really fast, but we at least upgraded the CPU. It's like we are getting 5 frames in this test, so might need a newer one for this 3D Mark. Probably not going to break any records. Looks a little bit sticky performance. Mostly want to see that it stays running. Here we are at least getting a tolerable 21.4 frames. Probably until we get into the part with more objects. This tends to be quite demanding. This is a bit sticky also on this. It was even worse with the low-end RTX. Or the low-end Radeon R9 to mean. We do not yet have any RTX even available to us. Alright. We successfully benchmarked without crashing or shutting down, so this one be satisfied that this is good to go to customer. Alright, let's claim the The new RAM has really helped my PC and I'm really happy. Good. The upgraded graphics card is working great and they listened when I said I liked MSI parts. MSI fanboy. Alright, and then we had the CPU upgrade. My PC got a better CPU and they used good parts too. Intel for the win. Yeah, considering their motherboard it would have been kind of uneconomic to switch to AMD anyway. How you doing? My gaming rig isn't booting anymore. I don't know what's wrong with it. Can you diagnose what's wrong with it? It seems to power on okay, the fans go round, but it doesn't get any further than the BIOS screen. Diagnose and fix. Right, sounds like disk problem because you get the screen. So it's kind of like disk problem or possibly memory issue if you crash early. It isn't very probably a PSU issue because you're not using much power at that point. It might be a motherboard issue, but kind of. We do have a small spare disk to test with, so let's accept. And this mission requires you to figure out what's wrong with the PC before being able to order parts. Yeah. then we again have very long one from the Movie Maniacs. Hey, as you're no doubt aware, it's nearly the 15th anniversary of beloved cult classic Babes of the Planet Pattimore. You would think powers that be would have used the opportunity to release a 4K remaster, but no. They haven't even reissued the old DVD, which now commands high-priced auction online. It's like they don't want money. Not that old DVD is any good, by the way. The film transfer is super noisy compared to the much superior Laserdisc home release. This starts to sound somewhat familiar. And they completely ruined the iconic underwater dance number with stupid-looking CGI fish. This sounds eerily familiar. I wanted to host a viewing for my friends, but my own Laserdisc was sadly destroyed when a pile of imported Japanese horror film steelbooks fell on it, so I was forced to use less legal means to get a copy in time for the day itself. Do think that friends would go away if it's not from the real Laserdisc. Now I'm no stranger to venturing into the darker side of the internet if necessary, and it's perfectly safe if you know what you're doing. After all, just like Captain Cartwright said in the film, we explore planet Pattimore not because we are merely curious, but because we must see what lies beyond. And what a great character, am I right? I'll never understand how he didn't clinch the top spot in Movie Maniac's top 100 proselytizing protagonists list. Anyway, my computer has a virus now. Could you run a scan or something to remove it? Again, Movie Maniacs are at it. Alright, so it's just a virus scan. Upgrade parts needed. Time to upgrade my PC. My CPU needs an upgrade. My brother has Intel in his PC. He says they're best. I think I clicked on something bad, alright, so they also need a virus scan. Alright, and what do they have now? Again the 6600, so we can upgrade because it has the Skylake motherboard, so we can again upgrade it with the 6700 i7. Right, let's accept that. New parts available. Again a different variant of the 970 and 980, really. And 970 Gaming 4J Golden Edition. We have so many variants of 980s, 970s, especially considering they are not exactly the newest game in town. Right. So we need the CPU. This was only virus scan, and here we need to diagnose. So currently we can really order only the CPU. They had the 6600, which has lesser wattage, so it's like we have one of these, but it's not much of an upgrade if we upgrade from. So let's order 6700K. How much budget did they have? 400, so should be sufficient. So we can really only order the CPU currently. These are all accepted and in transit. So good to go home. Go to work. Alright, and then we are ready to do these 3 jobs. So here we had the CPU upgrade. Here we had the diagnostic, and here we had only the virus scan. So let's do the virus scan first. It's quick. power on, but we need to also install the virus scanner, so the memory stick in and power on. Restart. Shower cabinet, not really. There's like a storage room that is not... It's not a shower cabinet. You can later build a PC storage shelf there, but it's not available yet at this level. If you mean the bluish thing in the office, it's actually a slot for the PC storage shelf later on in the game. So it's not the shower cabinet. That would be of course nice. You can also take a private shower. Right, virus scanner is installed. Let's scan, and we got 564 infected files. Cleaned. Shut down. Disconnect and send back. Alright, then we have the CPU upgrade next. And some thermal paste. Install cooler. Connect. There we go. Cover back on. Hook it up. Power on. Yeah, it boots, and they have quite a few My Diary, Resume and games. Let's check if this guy also needed virus scan. Yep, remembered correctly. So memory stick in. Boot. Install the virus scanner. Restart. Done. Unplug and return. Then we have the diagnostic case. Try turning the power on and see what happens. Often the BIOS will give you a clue what's wrong. If nothing happens, then it could be a broken PSU, yes. If that doesn't help, work your way through the components until you find the broken ones. Alright. No CPU found. It's pretty rare to actually get that on any motherboard. No CPU found. It's really rare that the board is able to drive on itself that far. So this is AMD, kind of confusing. Let's order a CPU then, assuming it's not the motherboard issue. So we need, yeah, it says it's broken. That was pretty easy. No CPU found is quite uncommon message. Usually it just doesn't run. Alright, so we need AM4 socket. And it was 1500X. So let's collect these two. The upgraded CPU is working great, and I'll come back again. Alright. And now we can order the processor. Inventory 1, but it's the broken one. Then we can also order parts for tomorrow. We leveled up, so we have faster RAM, RX 470 Radeons, P25 motherboards, and some new components. Next locks Kaby Lake, colored cables and peripheral shop. Alright. And again, one variant on the R9 380. Upgrades. My rig just isn't up to the task anymore. Do you think you can get sub-level 0 Redux running? Have you heard of Gigabyte? They're meant to be pretty good. It seems a bit dusty inside. Can play sub-level 0 Redux minimum spec. What do they have now? 8G memory, RX 560. And Ryzen 5. Minimum spec. Alright. 970s. 960s minimum. And i5 6500. RX 560. $250 budget. Alright. I'm in the market for some upgrades. Could you upgrade the graphics card? It's urgent, so do hurry. I hear you guys put used parts in PCs, so please don't do that. G. Foster Pharmacy, upgrade graphics card. 600 budget. What do they have now? R9 to Blue 90. Alright, that's not exactly fast. Upgrade CPU. And what do they have now? Ryzen 5. Alright, they could also then use the newer model. Here we need a graphics card. And here we do think that we also need a graphics card. So they wanted gigabytes, so let's order how much budget they had. 250. Mostly MSI, so kind of wanting gigabyte limits our options considerably. With that kind of budget they are getting the G 1050 pretty much from gigabytes. Then we need another AMD like the 1500X for the CPU upgrade. And then we had the other graphics card guy with a lot of money. $600 budget, so they will get the fancy 980 Ti. Didn't yet succeed apparently at pushing that. Right. Order parts, and all of these accepted. Right, and we ordered the processor for that. So we are done for today. Alright, good night Kisu. And you of course get a wave good night for you. We are probably still doing that day at least partially, and then also finishing as we have done the usual 1.5 hours studied even on schedule. So let's continue a bit and then see who we can raid. So good night to Kisu, and let's continue a bit. So we are done for today. For the work, we have parts. Now we can fix this. Waiting here for parts. So let's put the new Ryzen in. Some thermal paste. cooler. First we need to close the CPU handle. We have thermal paste. Connect. Put cover back on. And test. Alright, now it boots. Ah, and it even has a modern fighter jet on the background. Alright. We are good to go here. So unplug it and take it out for delivery. Then we have the graphics card upgrade for the pharmacy. Let's do that still today. So now we have special for Opel graphics card upgrade live. So open case. Alright, this case is unusual. It has all kinds of beauty panel. Alright, here we have the cheap old graphics card. So remove that. And install the MSI. We need to... What? It has like 4-slot cooler, really? No, it's a different slot. So here we can put it, there we go. This has slots also this way. There's no board there, so these are not probably for... There we go. Then we need to of course put the power cables in place. This has even the cabling, shoots this. Alright, now our graphics card is in. Oh, hello there Luna. You have also been watching probably for already some time, so of course you get the wave anyway. Alright, and we have now installed the graphics card. Install the cover. And connect it. And do not think our good pharmacist needed any virus removal. Nope, but he didn't want used parts. Alright, the fans are spinning. Yep, sock car. Cat on a horse. Let's see, cat on a horse. Permission denied, alright. So it's done, and let's unplug it and take it out for delivery. And yes, this is not sour cubicle. You can later build a PC storage cupboard there. Alright, and we have done now 1 hour 45 minutes, so do think that we are going to finish for tonight, and this game certainly stays in the roster. This is actually quite fun, so let's save game and finish for today. Alright, with the game saved, let's move back to larger skunk. Yeah, British Office Special. Hopefully you all enjoyed some more PC upgrades, repairs and builds. We didn't yet get to build one from scratch, but the game will stay on roster, so we probably will later. And we got even to diagnose, and then we had the couple like, I want to run the sailing simulator, which was pretty funny. The emails are usually pretty nice. So we'll wave to all. Thank you for joining, and good night for tonight. Let's see who we can raid, and we will return tomorrow with the MTG Monday again with more magic duels. So let's see who we can raid. Yeah, this is probably more value than the power washing one for quite a few. The power washing one is kind of like, and then it suddenly bling, becomes clean. Yeah, the mails are fun, and that's why I have been also reading them, because they are reading them out loud, because they are pretty funny. And the power washing simulator is kind of repetitive after a while, so I haven't played it very late. I might do some power washing at some point, but this certainly stays in the roster. This was good fun for the most part. And a bit of like technique also, though this is quite not very in-depth. Alright. We can now return raid to Zero the hyena. He raided us a couple of days ago, so let's return the raid. God of War. Alright, let's see that they are still playing, and then return the favor. Some hyenas. Let's see if the hyena is still online. Yes, and he's a pretty small streamer. So let's raid him. He clearly deserves a bit of attention. Yeah, it would be if it was like jumper links and everything. Mid 90s or even early 90s or 80s parts. It would be interesting. Early computing simulator. Or then really early would be very different. But yes, let's raid the hyena. Alright, that should do it. Again, good night. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow for MTG Monday. So thank you and see you tomorrow.